Hey guys, welcome back. We're looking at day 2 of lesson 3.2. Today we're going to start the basic form of these proofs. We don't have all the information yet and we'll get into that next week, but we can do a basic proof in terms of how do you justify your answer. So here we want to prove that alternate exterior angles are congruent. And so we are given here that we've got, number one, we got line L is parallel to line M because it's given. And we need to get to proving angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. And we actually have already established that. So we can right away, this is a nice easy proof, that angle 1 is congruent to angle 3 because they're alternate exterior angles, and I'm going to abbreviate that AEA because that's a lot of writing to do. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Looking at our next one, now we have we're given that line A is parallel to line B and line X is parallel to line Y. We need to prove that angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. This one's a tad more involved, but only because we have to make some connections. So this is where you say, okay, if line A is parallel to line B, I know that angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. And if you look at that relationship, they're right here. That is alternate interior angles. And I also know that if line X is congruent to line Y, that we're going to have, hold on here, we got angle 2 and angle 1 congruent to each other because we use line A then as our transversal. So therefore, angle 1 is congruent to angle 2 because they're corresponding angles. And so therefore, then we can use our good old transitive property of congruence. Because then if angle 2 is congruent to angle 3 and angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, therefore angle 1 is congruent to angle 3. And we're done. Most of these will be very short proofs. All right, let's try one that's a little more challenging. Now we've got double transversals. We start off with saying that line A is parallel to line B and that line X is parallel to line Y because that's what's given to us. Then we need to get to angle 1 being congruent to angle 3. I know that because line A is parallel to line B, using Y as our transversal, angle 3 is congruent to angle 2 because they are corresponding angles. And I know that if line X is parallel to line Y, if we use line B as our transversal, that angle 2 and angle 1 are alternate exterior angles. So angle 2 is congruent to angle 1 from alternate exterior angles. And therefore, by the good old transitive property again, you will use the transitive property of congruence a ton this unit. Therefore, we can say angle 1 is congruent to angle 3 because both of them are congruent to angle 2. And that's it. So you now have enough information to be able to write your summary for 3.2 and get that submitted. That is due by midnight on Wednesday. And also get started working on the 3.1 and 3.2 day 1 and day 2 assignments. And make sure you write down those questions so you have them when I come back on Monday.